What is up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live, breaking down this upcoming DraftKings showdown slate for Thursday. It's 500K to first. Before we begin, though, hit like button for me. Definitely subscribe. Like I said, we're here breaking down this showdown slate. We're gonna kick off with Tampa Bay. So Baker, I'm expecting to play. Obviously, I know the Q tag's right there. He should play though. I don't see why he wouldn't. He had a full practice Wednesday. He jogged or logged a limited walkthrough on Tuesday. So he should be playing. Chris Godwin's questionable also. I expect him to play with the neck injury. We'll see though. But starting with Mike Evans at 10,000, he's a high price. I mean, look at this price tag. He's the third highest price tag on the slate. Mike Evans, he's been doing well with Baker this season so far. Let's pull up the stats here. 8 targets, 10 targets, 3, 10. 82 yards last game with a TD. He went off. I like his upside at 10,000, especially there's no Godwin. But I'm expecting Godwin to play in at 7-8. That price tag is way too cheap. Rashad White, I don't mind throwing him into the mix in this slate. It's just the price tag is what's interesting to me at 8,000. Palmer 4-2. He's only in play if there's going to be no Godwin. That's the only reason why I would play Palmer at 4-2. But I do like Auden at 3,000. He's playing a ton of snaps. He's the main tight end. He's playing a ton of snaps. And the targets I've got there last late, I'm going right back to the well with it. And on this rest of this team, there's nothing else I want, but we'll kind of build around it and I'll show you what I mean. On the Buffalo side, this team has been weird. I don't know what to do with this Bills team. We saw this against the Giants with a 14-9 win, lost to Jacksonville, but they demolished Miami and then lost to New England. Josh Allen, the interceptions. He's had an interception the past 3 games. At 11-8, that's the big issue. Was Stephon Diggs at 11-4? Great spot for him. He's still continuing to get it done. James Cook's kind of splitting the carries with Murray. We saw Murray kind of get into the mix last game. I mean, but the targets were there in the receiving field, and that's how he got you there with 19 fantasy points. And then Kincaid with no Dawson Knox and no Quentin Morris. This is a dream matchup for Kincaid at 5,000. I'm locking and loading him a ton. The rest of this team, I'm not getting to. Maybe some Murray at 4A with the splitting the carries, but I don't mind throwing Auden at the captain or even Kincaid. This might be a tight end captain spot. Kincaid at captain is only going to be 7.5. That leaves you now, if you want to go to Auden at 3,000, this gives you anything you want to build, pretty much you can do it. Gabe Davis at 6.8. I forgot to talk about him. Super boomer bust. And in tournaments, I like his upside at 6.8. That leaves you with 10.9. You can fill in the rest of your lineup with great options. I mean, you're fading Stephon Diggs, yes, but that leaves you 1-7 left over. If you want to fade Baker, by all means, fade Baker. 11-4 and then 11-8. You can fade Dave Davis. That leaves you 6-3 left over. You can go to a kicker right here or Latavius Murray. This is going to be the interesting point of the slate is what to do with the tight ends, but I'm locking and loading the tight ends. I love me some Diggs. I love me some Evans. I would pick Diggs over Evans. I would pick Rashad White over James Cook. That's just my personal preference. And then Baker with the salary, it's a lot cheaper, yes, than Josh Allen, but there's a lot of options you can go to on the slate. That's going to wrap the slate for us, as though. Thank you for tuning in. It was a great set for us tonight, everybody. Have a good one.